welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm predicting the 2023 CONCACAF Central American Cup from Group Stage 2, the final. Predicciones de la Copa Centroamericana de la CONCACAF 2023. So, let's predict. Group A first, which has Deportivo Saprissa, CS Cartagena, Copa Imperial, CD Universitario, and Jocoro FC. For me, 1-5, it's Deportivo Saprissa finishing first. They're the best team in the group by far. Saprissa are Saprissa when it comes to the Costa Rican game and the CONCACAF game. They are who they are. I don't know why they would finish second or under. Second place, CS Cartagena, the other Costa Rican club in this group. I think Cartagena had a somewhat okay CONCACAF League run. They've really picked up their fortunes recently. I think they're going to get second in this group. Third place, CD Universitario of Panama. They played well in a CONCACAF League in the past, but I just don't think they're better than the big two. But I think they're better than Coban and Jocoro. I think Coban Imperial gets fourth place. I think Coban does just enough to get fourth place. I don't like their opportunities against the other sides except Jocoro, and I think Jocoro finishes fifth. Jocoro FC finishes fifth. I think they are the worst of the whole group. I think they're the bottom of the group, and hopefully they could do better, but I don't see them getting better than fifth. Group B, with Club Atlético Independiente de la Chorrera, CD Olimpia, CD Faz, Xelajú, MC, and Real Esteli. First place is CD Olimpia. CD Olimpia, they're already CONCACAF League champions. They're defending CONCACAF League champions. I wouldn't say defending, but they were the final CONCACAF League champions. Similar tournament here, so technically they're going for another trophy. But, again, they'll show their power. They're Olympia. They'll probably be the best team in the group stage, which matters because it's about the seeding of who's the best group winner and the worst group runner-up each round, or so on and so forth for the knockout stage. So, keep that in mind when I make my knockout predictions. Second place, Club Atlético Independiente gets second place. They're good in CONCACAF tournaments. They know how to win. They're a tough team. They know how to win. They know how to fight. They do what they got to do. Independiente do their job. They just play. They play, they fight, they win. They find ways. Independiente finishes second. Third place is CD Faz. I think Independiente shocks them. I think Esteli sort of weighs them down as well. It could be any of these three, Faz, Independiente, or Esteli getting second. But I think CD Faz is better than Esteli. I don't think they're as good as Independiente. I think Independiente will get the results. Faz finishes third above Esteli. In fourth, Real Esteli. A good club, but they didn't do well in CONCACAF League last year. And they're sometimes great. They could shock us, but they're sometimes very underwhelming. It's a weird mix with them, to be honest. And then fifth, Xelajú MC. Out of those five teams, I mean, Xelaju's the odd one out. It just has to be the odd one out. With that being said, Group C, with CS Herediano, Comunicaciones FC, Real España, Diniahen FC, and Aguila FC. I got first place Real España. They went on a Cinderella run last year in the CONCACAF League. Did somewhat. Now they got smacked by Vancouver. I wouldn't even say they did well in the Champions League. But you know what? I think Real España has had some really good performance over the past year. And I think they'll do it again. I think they will show their CONCACAF League form in this Central American Cup. Real España tops their group. Second place, CS Herediano. They've lost a couple of good players. And to be honest, I would be very weary of watching Herediano topping this group. I think they'll get a bit shocked and finish second. And that means Comunicaciones FC is going to get grouped because let's remember, they got beat by Diniahen in the CONCACAF League last year as the Champions Curse was still alive. But I don't think Comunicaciones is better than España or Herediano right now. I think Comunicaciones could fight, but let's be honest, I think they just don't do enough to get to the top two. They get eliminated, barely, by the skin of their teeth. Dilianhen FC finishes 4th. Maybe they get a result against Comunicaciones again. That would be hilarious. But Dilianhen, they've had a good recent history. They've been in CONCACAF leagues recently. They've played some good games. Again, they beat Comunicaciones. I think that means they'll do better than Aguila. In 5th place is Aguila FC. Again, Dilianhen has the better recent history. Comunicaciones, and I don't think they beat Herediano or Real España, so they're 5th. And then finally, for Group D, when it comes to the knockout stages, we got LD Alajuelense, FC Motagua, Verdes FC, Sporting San Miguelito, and Olancho FC. First place, I got Alajuelense, the CONCACAF League runners-up. That's what should be happening. They're a good team. They should top their group and probably be the second best group winner out of them all. Or, yeah, second best group winner out of them all. Because that's what they should be doing. They should be. Alajuelense is that good of a team. They should be the second best group winner. Second place is Motagua because they always find a way to be the bridesmaid. Motagua's a good club. They should get through pretty easily. But again, Alajuelense is a better club, and Motagua's always the bridesmaid. So, second place for Motagua. But they still get through. Third place, Sporting San Miguelito. They were the better team of the two between Verdes and Miguelito in CONCACAF League last year. And I think that will stay the same. Sporting San Miguelito finishes 3rd, but a distant 3rd. Verdes finishes 4th. They beat Olancho, and that's why they finished 4th. And then Olancho loses to everybody else. 5th place. Then, now into the quarterfinals. First quarterfinal, the best team in the group stage, CD Olympia versus the worst team to get out of the group, the 8th seeded team, Club Atletico Independiente. Of course it would be. I got Olympia winning that 2-legged tie. There's no way they lose it. I think Olympia is way too good to play Independiente. Independiente will fall to the play-in. Olympia is just a really good side. They're going to beat Independiente pretty easily. I don't see why they wouldn't. Real España versus FC Motagua. I think Motagua is just the better Honduran side. Motagua is going to show their level over España. España will have some bright moments. But again, Motagua is just the better team in that situation. So FC Motagua wins as a runner-up team, which means with the way this works, there's going to be 2 derbies in the semifinals. I'll give that one away. So Independiente España becomes a play-in. Then we have LD Alajuelense versus CS Cartaginés. Alajuelense is a better team. They should win this pretty easily, I would say. Pretty easily. LD Alajuelense beats Cartaginés. They go to the semifinal. Then Deportivo Saprissa versus CS Herediano. Saprissa is the better team. Herediano has lost some of their best players. Saprissa is going to do their job as well. Saprissa beats the lower-level Costa Rican team to set up another derby in the semifinals. We got Cartaginés Herediano in the play-in, which means our play-ins are Club Atletico Independiente and Real España. Sadly, I got Real España winning. I'd like to see Independiente back in the Champions Cup, but since Toronto's not going to be there, you know what? Doesn't matter to me. Real España, I guess it isn't sadly then, but Real España go through. They'll do enough just to win because that's what they do. When it matters, they win. Then CS Cartaginés for CS Herediano. I got Herediano. I think they're a slightly better team. I think Herediano wants it more. They'll win the play-in. Semifinals. CD Olympia versus FC Motagua. I got Olympia. There was already this semifinal last year, and I think we have it again. And I think Olympia wins again. Olympia beats Motagua. Olympia, again, will show their power, show their level. They're the better team. They will win. Then, LD Alajuelense versus Deportivo Saprissa. I got LD Alajuelense beating Saprissa. Again, I think Alajuelense is a slightly better team here. I don't think it's as far out as it was or what it would have been last year. I think Alajuelense is the better team. but just slightly. But Alajuelense still gets it done in the other derby in the semifinals, which means the final, again, is a rematch of last year's CONCACAF League final. The last CONCACAF League final is the first Central American Cup final. CD Olympia versus LD Alajuelense, and I think we have the same outcome. I think Olympia doesn't, I wouldn't say retain, but they are champions for the second successive year in Central America. CD Olympia beats Alajuelense over 2 legs to win the Central American Cup. Again, I just think they're the best team in Central America right now. I think it's going to be very hard to beat Olympia. So, if you're anybody, and Alajuelense is a good team, but again, I think we have the same ending as last year and the same final and the same ultimate ending. Olympia wins the tournament. So the teams that go to the CONCACAF Champions Cup will be CD Olympia from Honduras as the Central American Cup winners, LD Alajuelense from Costa Rica as the runners-up of the Champions Cup, Deportivo Saprissa from Costa Rica and FC Motagua as the losing semifinalists, Real España from Honduras and CS Herediano from Costa Rica as the winning play-in teams. So there you go. Those are my CONCACAF Central American Cup predictions. A lot quicker than I wanted them to be, but if you saw the schedule that I have to keep up with, you know they probably had to be. So you know what? With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you in a couple of hours for Forge FC versus Vancouver FC in the Canadian Premier League live and review. I'll see you in a couple of hours, and I hope you enjoy this. And I hope you enjoy that as well. I'll see you then. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you soon.